It is an honor and privilege to be here today for the official launch of the Police Accountability Case Digest, Specimen Charge Sheets under the Prevention of Torture Act 2017 and the Prosecution Rapid Reference Guide, which are intended to ensure the effective and efficient prosecution of police-related criminal conduct. Law enforcement institutions are entrusted with a wide range of responsibilities that necessitate a high level of integrity within the police departments and their oversight. If this does not work properly, law enforcement officers may become vulnerable to acting illegally and outside of their remit. Police officers should be held accountable as public servants who collaborate, communicate openly and fairly with all of the communities they serve. We are one of the relevant safeguards designed to deter police officers from abusing their powers and rights and privileges. These documents are designed to assist the ODPP in implementing the rule of law and developing criminal justice reform. Its objective is to facilitate in our effort to develop effective systems of oversight and accountability within our law enforcement agencies, as well as to optimize police integrity. Admittedly, by developing these documents on specialized aspects of prosecuting police criminality, the ODPP has continuously strived to further develop, refine, and effectively carry out its mandate. I would thus like to thank the experts and participants who provided valuable input and feedback through the publications developed. These documents could not have been developed without their support and collaboration. Thank you very much, all who participated.
Let me start by saying how deeply honored I am to be invited to this very important occasion. And at the very outset, let me take this opportunity to thank the DPP and also to congratulate him and the stakeholders as well for the very hard work that has resulted in the instruments that we are launching today. The significance of the instruments that are being launched today cannot be overemphasized. In the first place, the existence of these instruments that outline clear and predictable standards is of great value to the criminal justice practitioners. The Specimen Charge Sheet under the Prevention of Torture Act, for instance, will facilitate the fulfillment of our treaty obligations under the Convention Against Torture and other cruel, inhuman and degrading treatment or punishment by creating a standard guide for the prosecution of offenses under the Prevention of Torture Act. Accountability in policing requires both internal and external oversight mechanisms. These oversight mechanisms are useful both as preventive and reactive measures and will definitely go a long way in assuring the existence of public service-oriented police service. In this way, the instruments that are being launched today are mutually reinforcing and will have the effect of securing a credible and efficient criminal justice system. The instruments confirm that we are a country guided firmly by the rule of law, and that promoting the rule of law means not just punishing those who violate the law, but also ensuring that due process is followed in punishing them. We seek to not enforce the law by breaking the same law. May I therefore most heartily and most sincerely congratulate the Director of Public Prosecutions, the partners present and the stakeholders for the steps that you have taken and continue to take in enhancing the foundation of an effective and efficient criminal justice system. These steps will ensure that we have a criminal justice system that satisfies the requirements of our supreme law and ensures that there is accountability not just on the part of those who violate the law, but those who are also charged with the responsibility of enforcing the law. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all the best.
The content of the digest, it contains judicial decisions of jurisprudential value on cases involving police officers from the superior courts in Kenya and other international courts. The cases have been carefully selected and arranged according to thematic areas. The digest contains also comparative analysis of decisions from Kenyan jurisprudence and international jurisprudence. It further contains cases, statutes, journals, as well as international instruments referred to in each decision. The next document also, I'll just give an overview. This is the specimen, and you have it in your folders. It's in all the folders. Specimen Charge Sheet under the Prevention of Torture Act 2017 and Prosecution Rapid Reference Guide. The background here is that we have been supported by OHCHR, and the partners are Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. We also have IMLU on board, and we have developed this together as stakeholders with the ODPP. The tools in these are sample charge sheet and rapid reference guide. The reference guide is aimed at ensuring that offences instituted under this act are handled effectively and efficiently. It is unique because of the itemization of the salient points that the prosecutor needs to prove in order to secure and conviction in any case. The investigators will also find the guide useful as it points out the necessary exhibits that need to be secured when investigating an offence under this act. The purpose of the tools is to, I will not overemphasize the purpose of that it supplements or complements the other laws that are against torture, even including the Penal Code, to provide uniformity in prosecution of cases instituted under this act, to provide a quick reference to investigative agencies, and also to the prosecutors when making the decision to charge. The intended users are the law enforcement agencies and investigators, parliamentarians, civil society organizations engaged in activities related to eradicating torture in all its forms, and lastly, prosecutors handling cases on torture. So that is briefly just an overview. You are all going to receive copies, soft copies, and we will also make sure that these documents are uploaded on our website so that all our stakeholders can access them.
I really want to express my appreciation for the partnership with the DPP and with the whole office of the DPP on really moving towards stronger access to justice and accountability for human rights violations. And I think that this has been part of an ongoing partnership, also working with IPOA and the National Police Service, IAU. And on the Rapid Reference Guide on the implementation of the Prevention of Torture Act, I think that this is it's really key. And I didn't know it was a silver jubilee of the ratification. I think that's great. I mean, it's also that next week the government will be in Geneva to also engage with the Committee Against Torture to present its progress in the implementation of the Convention Against Torture. And I think that this Rapid Reference Guide really goes a long way towards supporting the implementation of the international obligations and also of the human rights guarantees under the Constitution. And specifically to support the implementation of the Prevention of Torture Act, this is one of the recommendations that has come through human rights mechanisms such as the Committee Against Torture and the Universal Periodic Review. So it also shows how Kenya is taking very seriously the recommendations that come out and how it's implemented. And lastly, I just want to say that it's also very encouraging to see the inclusive approach that has been taken to drafting, validating, and now launching these guidelines between ODPP, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, and civil society. And we look forward to the continued partnership.
So from IJM, we look at the publication as a critical tool towards strengthening criminal justice in Kenya, adds on to jurisprudence. We have seen cases very well selected in thematic areas, and we really do hope that this publication will strengthen the rule of law, criminal justice in Kenya, as well as act as a quick reference guide for all actors in the criminal justice system. So from IJM, we are very grateful to be here today. We hope that the publication will remain useful, and we are here to collaborate with you on this and many other efforts. Thank you.
And I would like to really appreciate the leadership provided by Mr. Haji with regards to getting this done through teamwork. It is equivalent to the faith that we were given by the immediate former Inspector General in 2016. As you are aware, within the National Police Service Act, we have a huge component that provides the new philosophy of policing, which is community policing. But as we went to the ground, to the police stations to look at this, the excuse was there are no guidelines. But we were telling the officers the law is clear.
It is an honor. It is we are going the task. We are going to ensure that we implement to the fullest. And we also thank the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for cooperating and supporting Internal Affairs Unit over the years. So the realization of these guidelines, I think, is going a long way to assist us achieve our objectives. What we are calling for is for after the launch is for the training of the implementers, so that they can be on board with this new development. Thank you very much.
The document being launched today will go a long way in actually ensuring accountability, in holding police accountable for their actions. And as Okada has rightly put it, for the implementers, there should be a training to assist them in making the document a real tool. Thank you.
These guidelines are not aimed at highlighting the negative aspects of the police service, but rather they are there to guide all of us, including the ODPP. Because, as we said, the criminal justice system is a chain, and whatever part that is weak affects the whole chain. And therefore, this guideline, as much as the emphasis is on the police, it's about all of us who are within the criminal justice system. And it's about all of us ensuring that we adhere to our international obligations, but also to human rights obligations within our own constitutions that envisage there should be no abuses.
Tunaahidi mashtaka yenye haki na usawa.